Hey everybody. So I'd like to conclude this introduction to the root progression system by demonstrating some of the more harmonic functionality of really becoming familiar with the root progression system. And I think the first video was an introduction to the basics of how you can use it to practice ideas and the intervallic relationships between within an octave. The second video is really basic harmonic utilization of the root progression system and playing ideas, demonstrating the facility of knowing these ideas by practicing using the root progression system. So here I would like to show you how we can utilize more of a functional harmonic approach using the root progression system. So I picked a tune up, got a little backing track here, and I'm just going to play a couple of courses for you, and just a couple of ideas in harmony that I think we can see work because you've become familiar with the intervallic relationships within octaves and how that those key centers can be used in progressive harmony. So let's try it out. Tune up. So I started with that basic idea that I've been using in all the videos, and then I sort of went into some other functionality, or at least other melodic ideas. But I started with that idea, and then I think by the time I got to the first half course in that B flat, I played a straight up tritone substitution with that idea. Something to that effect. B7 is one way to look at it, but really I was just thinking E major to B flat major, because if I was playing a tritone substitution, it would be B7 to B flat major 7. So what is the home base of B7? It's E major. So the idea is a melodic statement. It's not really a progressive harmony, right? And it sounded like a tritone substitution. Felt like a tritone substitution. And it gave the idea, which I had started in the key of C, gave it some movement, some character, some tension to release, right? And by the time we got to the end of the second course, actually starting to play 2/5 ideas that I have worked through the root progression system and learned them and started to see them and hear them in this relationship of tritone substitution. We could do further things in that. we can look at melodic statements or 2/5 progressions in minor third relationships. It's not really enough time to do that in here unless I double time over those 2/5s to do that particularly. But you know, like if we were doing D major, yeah, we could do that. You know, we could do that over that 2/5 in D major. All right, because you know, minor third progressions, you know, are equal division of the octave and give us a certain sense of finality once we get through all the permutations of the minor third, right? So, yeah, I mean, you know, there's again, and that's just a static idea. I mean, we could again look at a 2/5 in that way, right? We could look at it in the major thirds relationship. You know, we hear ideas like this all the time that split the octaves, but are maybe more sequential in nature, or triadic in nature. You know, something like let me think. You know, it starts by going one minor third, then a fourth away, which is a half step above the root, and then going down in major thirds, right? So, you know, why not have a sequential idea that's not just triads do that, or have 2/5s do that, right? So that's what the concept is behind utilizing the root progression in harmonic ways, you know. And you have to sit down with your piano, right, and with a pedal, and put your foot on that pedal, and you know, hold chords and see if you can get through, or you know, get your backing tracks and get the practice 2/5 progressions and see if your ideas will work using the root progression system. So I hope you'll do that, and I hope it'll become something that you become familiar with. All right, it's been a pleasure. My name is Mitch Butler, and if you want to see more videos, definitely check out the links in the description to the website and to other videos in the playlist on either that side or down there on the smartphone. All right, been a pleasure. Peace.